Hey, Bugman026 here with you. I want to thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me for a few minutes. Today we're going to give the Visitor a going over. Now, the Visitor is a deluxe or premium figure, whichever you want to call it. And that's just a fancy way of saying you get more stuff and you pay more for it. And the Visitor, he does come equipped with a lot of neat stuff. We'll take a look at that in just a few minutes. First of all, we want to take a look at the Visitor, and overall, I'm kind of thinking he's, he got a striking resemblance to a certain galactic bounty hunter that we're all familiar with. If you squint, you'll see him in there. The Visitor has a really awesome head sculpt. I really love the design that's inside his face right there. You can see all the little markers and the little sights and everything for his computers, and maybe down there around the bottom here he's maybe got a list of objectives and things that he's trying to complete. Kind of neat looking right there. I really like that. Got a couple of really cool looking intakes there. Look, maybe like a couple of air intakes, a couple of hoses that go around to the back side of his helmet right there, and kind of completes all that. Now, he does have a bit of a high collar right there, but it does not get in the way of his articulation at all. He can still look straight up, and he can still look pretty much straight down at his feet, so his head has got some real nice articulation in it. No problems with it right there with that collar standing up too bad. Now, the shoulder armor here, looks like it would get in the way of a little articulation, but it doesn't. It's nice and flexible. You do have to help it just a little bit when you go to raise the arm. As you can see, that little piece of armor right there gets stuck on that pocket, and you'll have to kind of raise that up just a little bit so you can continue raising his arm up, or it'll fold up on you. And I really don't know how long that little connection point right there is going to last. It'd be interesting to know, just how long you can play with this, and, what kind of adventures you can go through with this guy, and both of these pieces of shoulder armor still hang out there, how long that would last. I really like this big cabbage chopper he's got on his left arm out here on his wrist. Man, he looked like he could split a couple of coconuts with that baby, doesn't he? Boy, your imagination could run wild on what he could do with that thing. Kind of, again, gives him a little bit of a bounty hunter look instead of a visitor or an explorer. You never know what this guy's up to. It's a really cool design in the chest right here with a little tube going back and a little piece right here. We don't know. Maybe is that maybe a little badge or something that lets him know if his armor's powered up or something like that. He's got a really neat shiny piece of armor up front, so we never know what's going on there. He does have sort of a broad chest, and the chest being kind of big and the lack of a 90 degrees on that elbow again, we're still not getting 90 degrees there. It makes it kind of awkward for him to hold a few of the double-handed weapons, like a few of the other figures that kind of suffer with those close-handled double-handed weapons when you don't have that 90 degrees there where you can get that twist and that 90 degrees going and get both the arms crossed or real close together like you really would like to get. But we can't be too picky about that. We get what we get. He does have a lot of neat detail down here on his belt. Looks like he's got a couple of power packs there, a little tan power packs. Nice shiny belt buckle there, a couple of pouches, and around the back it kind of continues on. You can see where the little hose goes in, and a couple of little straps there. You kind of think with this little strap right here, he feels like he might be missing a hip holster or a leg holster on this side. Something feels a little odd about that. I don't know. Kind of like something might be missing there. There is one thing that kind of bugs me on this figure, and it's right here on his thighs where this little swivel is on both sides. You can see the top of his thigh right here has that nice dark blue color that runs throughout him, but as it jumps down below that little swivel cut right there, all of his plastic starts to lighten up. It's almost a lighter color blue. And once you see it, it's one of those things you kind of can't unsee. And if he's just standing there with, no accessories on, it kind of just grabs your eye and draws your eye in. Kind of bugs me just a little bit, but not too bad. Once you get him all decked out, and as long as he's not under this real bright light, it's kind of hard to tell that he's there, but get it under the light, and he really bugs me there. I really like the paint apps on this guy, especially right here in his knee pad. It would have been so easy just to make that knee pad silver, but what they've done is they've painted it to where when you come around to the back side of his leg, he doesn't have a big silver square right there. It's colored the same color of his pants, and he's painted silver on the knee pad there. Really cool design on the boot. A couple of neat color applications there. Kind of looks like they've missed colors to add color, if that makes any sense. If they don't paint and they mask over the original color there, and it kind of gives you a 3-color boot down there, which I think is kind of neat. Plus all the other colors that he's got on him. He's got a really neat design on that shoulder pad right there. Just, once again, reminds you of a certain bounty hunter that will remain unnamed. Now this guy, as I said earlier, he came packed with a bunch of stuff. And the first thing I want to show you, so we can stick it on him, is the back bling. And the back bling is called the Off-World Rig. It's got a nice little application of a decal or a tampo here. A cool little fan going on there. And some kind of wiring going up maybe to a weapon of some sort. It could be an air sniffer to make sure that wherever he lands in the galaxy, everything's good to breathe. Nice little rubber piece right here that makes a really cool little cape. I will say this little door right here looks like it would fold shut and open. It really has that mechanical look to it. I've almost broken it trying to close it. It doesn't. So to save you a little bit of trouble and maybe a breakage in your toy there, I wouldn't try to close that up. Fits on his back really well, and it's the same color. It really completes the entire look there, and gets him that much closer to that other guy, especially from the back. He's really starting to look like that other dude that we're not going to talk about. Let's slide him off the way right here, and we'll take a look at his other stuff. We've got the biggest whooping stick, I believe, that we've had so far. This was called the Cliffhanger. It's got a nice serrated edge here, and a really cool looking bottle opener. You get up on the cliff and you need something cool, use it for a mattock too, and dig in the dirt just a little bit. On the other end, the handle looks pretty large, but it's just the paint app makes it look large. It does fit in his hand really well. Holds on to it really well. Like I said, it is a big boy, so it really sticks out there from him. He comes also with the heavy shotgun, and it is in the epic purple color. And of course, we've seen this one a couple of times before. Not really anything, not anything new. And new for me is he comes with what's called a glider, and it comes in 2 pieces, and it's called the beach umbrella. And you have to put it together, and it's real easy. All you have to do is just right there, and he's together. Fits in his hand really well. And I guess he uses it to swoop in, to glide in, and get business done. Kind of flies in like Mary Poppins, maybe, with his little umbrella. He's got one too. He's got a little more color on it. There we go. And he also comes finally with 4 building pieces that are this transparent blue color. Kind of neat. The biggest problem I've got with these things is there's no foot peg. He did not come with a stand. The stand I'm using is from a different set. So you'll have to scratch up a stand, and yeah, it's pretty easy to find them floating around, to be totally honest. We get stands everywhere. I just used this one because it kind of went with the rest of the motif. You can use the wood one or anything else you wanted to use. So that's the Visitor, guys. Pretty cool figure. Good articulation. A lot of good accessories. I really like the backpack. I really love the backpack. And his harvesting tool is really cool. The building pieces, they're okay. And like I said with the shotgun, nothing really new that we haven't seen before. So, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Enjoy your Fortnite action figure, guys. I'll see you some other time. Bye-bye.